my child, come closer. Listen to my voice. Let me tell you a story about someone who reminds me of you. Her name was Emma, and she was 26 when everything fell apart. A marketing executive in downtown Seattle, always rushing between client meetings with her designer coffee and perfectly curated Instagram feed. She had built the life everyone expected, the corner office, the sleek apartment, the endless notifications that made her feel important. But there was this phone call she kept ignoring. Every Tuesday at 3:10 p.m., her grandfather's contact would light up her screen. Papa Joe calling. She had watched it ring 4 times before voicemail picked up. He never left messages that first month. Just called. Emma had been close to him once. Summer visits to his small house in Montana where he taught her to fish and told her stories about her grandmother. They would sit on his porch swing while he peeled apples with his old pocket knife, sharing slices as the sun set behind the mountains. She would curl up against his flannel shirt that smelled like Old Spice and wood smoke. "You are my favorite person in the whole world, Papa," she would whisper. "And you are mine, little bird," he would whisper back. College changed things, then career, then life in fast forward. Christmas visits became phone calls became texts became silence. She told herself she was too busy. Important deals, crucial meetings, networking events that couldn't be missed. The calls kept coming anyway. Tuesday, 3 p.m., like clockwork, Emma started feeling annoyed. Didn't he understand she had a life? Couldn't he text like normal people? She would be in the middle of presentations when his name would flash across her smartwatch. Colleagues would glance up from their laptops. Her assistant learned to mouth "your grandfather" with apologetic shrugs. Then she got the promotion, Senior Director of Strategic Marketing. The raise came with longer hours, weekend work, client dinners that stretched past midnight. She moved to a bigger apartment, bought expensive furniture she never had time to enjoy. The calls continued. She stopped looking at her phone during meetings. One Tuesday she realized she hadn't heard from him in a week. Strange. She almost called back, then got pulled into a crisis with their biggest client. A social media campaign had gone viral for all the wrong reasons. Damage control consumed her life for 3 weeks straight. When her phone rang on a Thursday morning at 6 a.m., she almost didn't answer. "Unknown Montana number. Is this Emma Richardson?" "Yes. Who is this?" "This is Dr. Sarah Mitchell from Billings General Hospital. I am calling about your grandfather, Joseph Richardson. He has been asking for you." The words hit like ice water. Heart attack, emergency surgery, touch and go. Emma caught the next flight out. She found him in the ICU looking smaller than she remembered. Tubes and monitors surrounded his bed, but his eyes lit up when he saw her face. "Little bird," he whispered, voice raw from the breathing tube they had just removed. "You came." Guilt crept in, making her chest tight. "Papa, I am so sorry. I should have called back. I should have visited. I have been terrible." He raised his hand, the one without the IV, and placed it on hers. "I know you have been busy, sweetheart. Important work you're doing up there in the big city, but I ignored your calls. Every week you called and I just—" "Emma." His voice was gentle but firm. "Do you know why I called you every Tuesday at 3 p.m.? She shook her head. "Because that is when your grandmother died 7 years ago this month. Every Tuesday at 3:02 p.m., I would think about how much I missed her, and then I would think about how much I love you. So I had to call, not because I needed you to answer, just because I needed you to know." Her throat closed up. "What do you mean?" "I wanted you to see my name on your phone and remember, even for just a second, that someone thinks you are the most important thing in the world. Whether you picked up or not didn't matter. What mattered was you knowing the call was coming from someone who would drop everything for you." Emma started crying then. Ugly, Messy tears that came from somewhere deep and forgotten. "I found your voicemails," she whispered. 37 of them on my old phone. "You kept calling even when I changed numbers." Papa Joe smiled, the same smile from those summer evenings on his porch. "I called your work once, got transferred to your assistant. She told me you were in a very important meeting, so I asked her to tell you that your papa called to say he loves you. She said she would make sure you got the message." Emma remembered that day. Her assistant had mentioned a sweet old man who had called. Emma had been annoyed, assumed it was a sales call. "Papa, I thought you had given up on me, little bird. I could never give up on you. You could move to Mars and I would figure out how to call you there. That, my child, is how I love you. When you ignore my voice, when you are too busy for prayer, when life pulls you in 1,000 directions and you forget I am here, I keep calling, not because I need you to answer, but because I need you to know that someone thinks you are worth everything. Every morning when you wake up, my love is calling your name. Every moment you feel forgotten or too busy or too broken, remember that I am dialing your number in my heart. I don't stop reaching for you just because you have stopped reaching back. You are my favorite person in the whole world. Always have been. Always will be. And now I pray, Father, forgive me for the times I have ignored your persistent love, thinking I was too important or too busy to notice your calls. Help me remember that your love rings in my heart every Tuesday at 3 p.m. and every moment in between. Thank you for never giving up on me even when I have given up on myself. In Jesus' name, amen.